Hello everyone and welcome back guys to F1 22. Yes, we're back with some more gameplay videos. Once more, a massive thank you to EA and Codemasters for sending me out a copy of the game early. Of course, as we mentioned in the other videos that we did a few weeks ago, you know, this isn't the final version of the game. There are still some tweaks and changes that are going to be made. But yeah, a massive thank you once more to EA for sending me out, you know, another sort of version of the game. You know, adds the development. We're getting towards it now. F1 22 out in just a couple of weeks. You know, if you haven't already got your pre-order in, I would highly recommend doing so as well. But yeah, obviously, this video, today we're going to be jumping into the all-new tracks of F1 22, or all the redesigned ones. Of course, we did a video on Miami a few weeks ago, but Australia, Abu Dhabi and Spain have all had major changes and an overhaul ready for F1 22. So we've got 3 videos that are going to be going live this week, all of which we're going to be looking at each track individually. You know, I sort of thought a lot of people are going to focus on like the all-new My Life features, the supercars, everything like that. So I thought, you know, we'll keep it traditional and give you guys some extra gameplay videos. This one, we're going to be driving as Fernando Alonso around the Australian Grand Prix circuit. Of course, the real-life weekend here for Alpine looked really promising and then kind of fell apart. So yeah, let's head down to the track then and get ready here for the Australian Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Yes, back finally with more F1 22 content, and today we're going to be trying to unleash El Plan here at Albert Park. Meant to be a nice, clear, sunny day today here in Melbourne. I almost forgot where we were in the world of Formula 1. But of course, just like the other videos, we've got a 15-minute limit, so we've got to get right into it then. Ready? Of course, we're going to still do the formation lap. So we head down in towards the final couple of corners then, trying to get some heat into the rears. Where can we try and navigate El Plan today then? So we head out of the final corner, of course. Yeah, El Plan last weekend in Azerbaijan in real life just seemed to be trying to build the fastest car they can down the straights. But we're going to try and angle the car, I think, towards the middle of the road as we head down towards turn 1 there, just see if we can try and get in towards the middle of the traffic.
Now we need to make sure we get a great launch.
So Mark just warning me there, we need a good launch here in Albert Park. 5 red lights for the Australian Grand Prix. And it is going to be lights out, and away we go there, and way too much RPM immediately off the start as we head down towards turn 1. Not the start we would have wanted there, but does keep it clean and tidy as the AI go 3 wide through the first corner. They're almost tripping over each other. I think there was a little bit of dust getting kicked up by one of the Williams on corner exit. But yeah, first time back on this game in a little while, so we're just going to take it nice and easy. He says immediately we chuck it up the inside of Latifi down at the second braking zone even, I should say. And now, of course, we ride through all the new changes here at Albert Park. This, of course, like I mentioned in the intro, was why I wanted to come to these circuits, as I was going to say. Turn 6 now, not really much of an overtaking place, but Latifi still trying to make the move work there. We're going to go side by side with the Williams as we head through the biggest changes around the circuit. Of course, the next chicane completely gone now in F1 2022, and I think this kind of worked out in Alpine's favour a few weekends ago, as Latifi tries to hook it up around the outside through the fast chicane there. Of course, those 2 iconic turns very much unchanged here on F1 22 as we head now down in towards the final few corners. This is a braking zone that was really throwing me off as K-Mag runs very deep there on the opening lap. Albon tries to capitalise on it and can, and now as we head down in towards the final couple of turns, just try not to go do anything too risky here at the start in Albert Park. And that is a lap then of the all-new Australian Grand Prix circuit then. I love the changes they've made, and you know, I think they were definitely needed here in Australia. And now, of course, we just got to try and get our head down and see if we can make a move work on Alex Albon here. So we're going to try and put the power down out of turn 2. And Albon, he's aware of it. He's going to go very defensive as we head down the straight there. And he's actually going to fling it up the inside of Kevin Magnussen himself. We're going to just try and follow K-Mag through as we head through turn 4. And now up to P18 then. So both Williams navigated, but a long way to go to get to where we want to be. Yeah, this track is going to be super hard for ERS management on F1 22 there as K-Mag again just tries to go a little bit defensive, and another big lockup from Kevin Magnussen twice in 2 laps there. He just cannot seem to get the new corner figured out down at the end of the back straight. I made it look easy because K-Mag made it very easy for us as Verstappen still leads the way at the front then. lap 3 then, and we seem to always get a nice run out onto this back straightaway here. So we're going to try and look for a move on Zhou Guanyu, or thought about it there as we get all over his gearbox through the corner. Of course, the Chinese driver effectively on equal footing here in Melbourne, where it is a whole new circuit. We think about it again in towards the penultimate corner. Not quite able to make a move stick just yet there, as now we have got the DRS. This Alpine, of course, very, very good top-end speed. Often the struggle is trying to get it there. We're going to force Zhou defensive, and again, look at that! Another car, you can force the errors at the AI here. I think we've got Kevin Magnussen. No, he's not falling to the wayside there. I thought he seemed slow off the exit turn 2. But yeah, the AI just starting to struggle a little bit, so you can force errors. I hope it's not the case every time, however. Well, that Stroll has still just about got the DRS off Daniel Ricciardo in front of him. He might have the DRS, but he certainly doesn't have the draft. The AI do seem pretty brave though, either that or I'm lacking confidence into this braking zone. But I mean, the ground effect works so well on these cars there is all we thought about it. Up the inside of Sir Lance. Just snagged the brakes there, and luckily he just clean went back round the outside of me at the final turn. But we've got to try and make a move work soon, and we're also getting through a lot of battery early on.
Ahead is 5.4 seconds.
Up on 5 seconds up the road there, as again we get a nice tidy run out of turn 1. Stroll though still somehow getting the DRS off Daniel Ricciardo in front of him. We might get a big send here though into turn 3, and that is a beautiful little dive bomb on the Canadian up in a 15th place. Team want us to box then at the end of this lap here in Albert Park, but we're now all over the back of the Honey Badger, otherwise known as the Homeboy, here in Australia, as you can just see there, getting all up and under him on the exit there as we head out down the second of the back straight. So you can just see how much extra speed we've got in this Alpine. Ricciardo going to try and hook it up around the outside there, a very brave man indeed. Hopefully that's not going to be something we have to deal with too long there. Markers into the pits. We're going to try and come then at the end of this lap. Can I remember the correct buttons? As you can see, everyone in front of me peeling in. Oh, there's a wall there now. That's different to how it was on F1 2020. We've got a very, very early pit box here. Is it that one? Yes, it is. I might have hit a McLaren, Marshall. We won't talk about that. 2.5 second stop, though. And you can see we've come out right behind Sebastian Vettel still. So Albert Park's pit lane even more frantic than ever here on the new game. But now we've got to keep our head down, see if Ricciardo can overcut us. Oh, is turn 1 still notoriously tight if you're exiting out the pits? We just lose a little bit of ground. Esteban off on into the pits at the end of lap 7 then, as you would expect as well with most of the other runners in this GP. But I mean, this car is fast on F1 22, especially, you know, Albert Park is certainly a track that suits this thing. So we head around the final couple of corners. We might have got an undercut on perhaps 1 or 2 cars here, as all accidentally losing the DRS there. But actually, Ricciardo looks like he has made the move work on us. We might be able to do the up and under though through turn 1. Yes, we will. Read that like a book. And we do re-inherit P14 then. Yeah, not sure why they've done Ricciardo on that strategy, but I don't think he's going to be much of a threat later on in the day. So, yeah, this corner now is one of my favourites on the lap here at Albert Park. Just hugs you towards the apex there. Just flick it down a couple of gears and you get the monstrous run out onto this back straightaway here. But a big, big gaggle of cars just in front. We've got the likes of Vettel, Mick Schumacher, Lando Norris. One of the Alfa Tauris are going to guess that Tsunoda there. And Valtteri Bottas all line astern, all trying to battle it out for the final points paying positions here. So you can just see Seb made a little bit of a mistake out of the fast chicane. But everyone, yeah, just started to bunch up a lot more, and I sense opportunities all over the back of Sebastian Vettel as we get a nice tidy run out of the first chicane there. Can we dive him just like we did on his teammate? Yes, we can, up the inside of our fellow multiple world champion. And we do now inherit P13 here in Albert Park. We are making good progress still, picking up places where we need to be.
Nice move. Keep going.
And Mark loving that one as back through my favourite corner. Oh, it's just so good when you get that hooked up. Speaking of getting it hooked up, can we try and get a nice run on Mick Schumacher out of the chicane? Yes, we can. They're activate the DRS as well. You can just see immediately how much we gain on the Haas car. Down the back straight, up the inside of Mick we go. He just spots us at the last moment, and maybe we're just starting to push our luck a little bit. There was no contact, but that was an aggressive move for P12 in this race. Norris and Tsunoda separate us from the points. Here goes Lando Norris, trying to stick close to the back of Yuki Tsunoda. He's actually on a set of hard compound tyres here. I'm not too sure, again, sort of why AlphaTauri are doing that. I'm trying to see whether Tsunoda, he must be outside the 1 second zone of Valtteri Bottas just in front of him. But can we try and get a good run out of here? On at least Lando Norris. You can just see there the AI tripped themselves over a little bit on the exit that time around, as Lando Norris perhaps struggling a tiny bit in the dirty air there, as we're going to try and look up the inside of Lando using a huge amount of battery as we head down the back straightaway here. But we've got to try and get to the inside of the McLaren there. He actually turns in on me. Felt a tiny bit of contact at the rear end, but Tsunoda, he's got no grip, no DRS. He is going to give us a big squeeze though, as we head down in towards the final sector of the lap. And despite the grass on the tyres, we're going to be brave, and we're going to get paid dividends because of it. Up into P10 now, here in Albert Park. 5 laps to go. And, yeah, Mark confirming 5 laps of fuel left as well. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Oh, Carlos Sainz out of the Grand Prix out of nowhere. No idea what's happened to the Spaniard. He retired at Imola in the same place he did in real life. And he's retired here as well in the same place he did in the real life Grand Prix there. What is it with F1 2022? And it's realism there for poor Carlos Sainz. Well, 3 laps to go then. We're all over the back of Valtteri Bottas. And, of course, the man that replaced him down at Mercedes, George Russell, as well there, as Pierre Gasly has just made a move work on George, trying to attack the curbs through turn 1. But we really haven't got much battery left either.
Officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Don't know whether that's referring to the Sainz issue or what, but at the moment, Bottas still just in front of me. But we need to try and get a run on him, because I reckon 7th, maybe even 6th here is still on the table. Again, look at that. Bottas just kicks up the dust on the exit there of the corner. And are we going to be able to get a run to the outside of Valtteri Bottas? That got incredibly sketchy for a brief moment there. We're going to have to completely drain the battery as we head down in towards the fast chicane round the outside. Do what Sainz couldn't in real life there. We take a lot of curb on the exit. There's yellow flags out. Bottas, I think, just ran into the gravel trap behind me, so perhaps got a little bit psyched out there with the move around the outside. And now up into P8 of the Grand Prix, but it's all going a bit wrong at the moment. Come on, get the car going, get the car going. Mick Schumacher will now move up into P8 there. Tsunoda will take P9. We've got a McLaren trying to get back into the points there. That's Lando Norris. And as soon as we made the heroic move, we just got a little bit overzealous on the loud pedal, and that has cost us. That mistake, though, isn't going to stop me from trying to apply pressure to Yuki Tsunoda late on in the day. And again, go what we've done all day long here on some of these other cars. And I mean, Tsunoda on the hard tyres is going to muscle our way to the inside. And just now with the DRS, we won't even need to use the battery, I don't think. It should be a done deal, although fair play again, Tsunoda. Not willing to back out of it without a fight, but we just squeeze him out on the exit. Final lap then here from Albert Park. Mark just confirming that as well. We're still 2 seconds back from Mick Schumacher there, as we just tip it in a little bit aggressively through turn 1. But I must admit, yeah, F1 22 is really shaping up to be the real deal at the moment. And the all-new Albert Park circuit, super fun as well here. Just so much more ability. I mean, this track I always really got on well with anyway, to be honest. But now you can really just chuck the car in everywhere. It really does favour the brave even more than ever, as I just love. I know I've said it so many times today, but I absolutely love that corner now. It is just so cool. As we head now down in towards the final sector here of the Australian Grand Prix there. I think it is Verstappen that is going to walk away with the dub. I want to say ahead of Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez there, with Hamilton in 4th. And I think Esteban Ocon might be on for a P5 there, which would be a brilliant day for Alpine. Verstappen is going to walk away with the win, but as we head through the final few corners, considering we were right down, started last on the grid here, up to P9 there, could have easily been P8 had I not made that mistake. Could have even been P7 or perhaps P6 there, but that is racing sometimes. Out of the final corner is 2 points from the very back, and surely El Plan are going to be happy with that one. Well, there we are then, guys, the end of the Australian Grand Prix there. What a fun dive that was into the all-new version of Albert Park. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like and get yourself subscribed. And we'll be returning probably on Wednesday, where we're going to be heading to Abu Dhabi for the all-new layout there. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'll see you back very, very soon with more F1 22 content. This channel is proudly sponsored by Bybit, the official crypto partner of Red Bull's Formula 1 team. I've been using their platform for my personal crypto savings over the last few months, and when they got in touch to support the channel, I was super, super excited. Currently, they're offering you guys a special new promo for the first 100 of you to deposit $10 or more onto the platform. You'll get another $10 free. Also, 5 lucky winners will get their initial deposit doubled up to $1,000. That means if you deposited $1,000 onto the platform using my codes below, you could be within a chance to get another $1,000 completely free. We've seen the landscape around crypto drastically change over the last couple of years, and I genuinely believe it holds an important place in our future. However, please be careful as always when trading, as you are liable to lose money. But if you're interested and you're 18 or older, click the link down below to get started and see why Red Bull and myself, as well as thousands of others, trust Bybit as their crypto. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.